Our next presenter is Thomas Bianchet from the Department of Natural Sciences. And Thomas is going to speak to you about If Coasts Could Speak, Geological Impacts and Paleo-reconstructions of Extreme Events. Thomas.
Sitting here, my heart has been beating ever since I found out that I need to use a microphone, because my voice is a boomer, and just speaking at this level is really challenging. The last thing I want is for people to make a V-line out the door covering their ears. Extreme events, namely hurricanes. I'm gonna go back to that one because extreme events, namely hurricanes, or typhoons, or cyclones, or the Australians call them willy willies. They are known for their majestic beauty. They are known for the poetry that they inspire. They're also known for their art, like this very famous painting from 1944 by John Marin. But hurricanes also cause a lot of stress, okay? Whether economic stress, whether social stress. Imagine having your house flooded from Hurricane Katrina and moving to Houston and having your house flooded from Hurricane Harvey. So it causes PTSD. And also environmental stress. Now, what state has more environmental stress from hurricanes than Louisiana? It's a cultural icon. Everyone loves Louisiana. Mardi Gras, filet gumbo, those LSU Fighting Tigers. LSU is in environmental peril. Every 100 minutes, a football field of wetland is eroded, and a large portion of this is from hurricanes. The wetland is important for a storm surge buffer, for navigation, for economic reasons. Scientists are saying that Louisiana doesn't look like the boot anymore. See, in Michigan, we have cultural importance. We're from the mitten. We live here. We're from here. In Louisiana, it's the boot. The problem is, it's not a boot anymore. The wetlands are very quickly being eroded, and it looks like the image on the right. Louisiana has America's first climate refugees from the Isle de Jean-Charles. 50 people are being evacuated. The federal government is spending millions of dollars to have these residents evacuated. So imagine if this is on a scale of New York City, okay? It is a lot of effort due to these eroding conditions. Every year we have a storm of the century, okay? Harvey, Irma, Maria, tens of thousands without power for weeks, months, no clean drinking water. Recently, Hurricane Michael. We cannot forget about Hurricane Willa that just impacted Mexico. If we don't do something, all of our coasts are going to look like this, unless, of course, you have the money and the ingenuity to build your house on 40-foot pilings that can withstand 250-mile-per-hour winds, like this doctor did in Mexico Beach in Florida. This is after the impacts of Hurricane Michael. I did a lot of Hurricane Harvey research. Hurricane Harvey was very unique. Okay, it intensified from a Category 1 to a Category 4 very quickly. It went over a warm water eddy and it stalled. It stalled over southeast Texas. It was trapped between a southeast and a northwest air mass, okay? And it rained so much, it stalled, it started to receive the water that it dropped and redeposited again. So this showed that re-evacuating to inland areas is not even good enough anymore to evacuate for risk assessment. How do we understand these risks and the climatological mechanisms responsible? What if the coast could speak to us? We know that hurricanes cause significant geological change, okay? And this is where I come in. I'm a geologist. I'm also a paleotempestologist, okay? So what's really interesting is from ship diaries, log books, okay? We can reconstruct these events going back to the 1851 for the US. Think about 1949 for Eastern North Pacific. For Western Mexico, they have little idea about hurricane pasts before 1949, okay? So Paleotempestology, there is no better archive for hurricanes than sediments. They are beautiful reconstructions from all those layers. And with the aid of radiocarbon dating, you can see how many hurricanes happen on centennial to millennial timescales. Superstorm Sandy created these beautiful overwash lobes from storm surge overtopping the barrier beach and pushing this material into a coastal lake or a coastal wetland. So this is the main proxy that scientists such as myself look for assessing paleo storms. If we go in the field and take short perpendicular transects, we can see evidence of these storms on these multi-centennial to millennial timescales. Further out in the lake, you see stronger storms, because a stronger storm will be needed to push sand into the middle of the lake. If you see the sand layer from a recent storm, that could be used to calibrate the intensity of old events. Now from this, we can get long-term records, which are beautiful. Western Lake, we see an active period 1,000 to 3,400 years BP. And in present times, on these multi-centennial to millennial timescales, it's quiet. So the worst may yet be occurring. Fieldwork is a lot of fun. In the top left, we have a small group of fans, okay, that came to see what we were doing. This was in Honduras. Some sediment coring. We're using the XRF to see the chemical signals in these storm surge deposits. So it is a multidisciplinary, multifaceted research question. Now, I may be a little bit crazy, okay, but no one has tried this for the Great Lakes. Now, cyclones, when they reach their end, they become these extratropical cold core systems, okay? They cause flooding. Flooding causes damages, okay? So it'd be interesting to take sediment cores to see if we could find long-term histories of these sediment cores, of these events. What is causing them? So through some site suitability determinations, there are a lot of areas that have been flooded. These are state or federal protected areas that are perfect to do this research. So we've been focusing this research right now on the southern shore of Lake Erie. You see I have a big smiling face on the right. I just came off of ankle surgery, so my load was pretty light on this research trip. Unlike Scott on the left, I sent him out to the nasty muck, waist-deep muck to get sediment cores. He was not very happy with me for a little while, but unraveling the mystery, so far the results are looking very promising. Beautiful shell lobe formations from these storms. Beautiful environmental change from clay to mud. And if you can see on the right side, we have mini sand layers. So to use radiocarbon dating, we can see the return periods of these events. Thank you.